Yeah, thanks for having me. I think the point is that short form video, namely TikTok, and obviously we've seen a lot of it on Instagram Reels. That video format's here to stay. Some might say it was inevitable that we'd move here, but we've moved to something that effectively gives you dopamine hits in 15, 30-second bites and leaves us craving and wanting more. Which explains the rise of not just TikTok, but every kind of competitor building their own short-form video product, and it's effectively cannibalizing our engagement in how we choose to interact with the internet.
So you asked the question, you say, is short-form video really dilutive to digital advertising revenue? What's the answer?
The answer is TBD. I know that's not a kind of definitive answer, but there's certainly some question marks that we have that, if we go down this story line where we think everything migrates to short form video, it's already making up a quarter of time spent on Instagram. And if everything becomes video, now we're moving away from this click-based environment that we've had of how we've consumed social media in particular to more of a lean-back consumption-like environment. Historically, that's just monetized at a lower rate. Per minute spent, YouTube monetizes about a third per minute spent on Facebook. And so if everything becomes video, does the way that advertisers kind of spend money and effectively drive returns on the platforms change and dilute as well?
Mark, I would argue that it's not short form videos. They're not all bad. There's a lot of creativity in some of the stuff that you see, a lot of the stuff you see on TikTok. But it's this idea that everything is so carefully curated and edited. Is the pendulum swinging back? Look at the success of Be Real, which is an app that asks you to take a picture at a random time of the day. Does that tell you that maybe users are kind of pulling back? That's nostalgia for a time when everything wasn't so carefully curated.
I think absolutely. When we look at the space, everyone looks at users and engagement and then advertisers or, subscription for how they make money. But the element that's often missed is the creators, if I kind of look back and say, if I ever wanted to create a feature film, there's no way that would ever happen. But certainly I can go use CapCut or a similar editing tool and, publish a video onto TikTok or Reels. And so you've created an entirely new cohort of effective creators to effectively offer a new outlet for expression which they've never had before. And I think that's certainly a positive. Now the question becomes, how do you curate all of that kind of new form content and all the volume of content created? And that's where I think the algorithm plays an outweighed role in effectively that process.
Mark, the argument against the monetization potential of short-form video, isn't that really similar to the argument that was made once against mobile advertising? That, oh boy, the ads are really small and people are scrolling on their phones and advertising on mobile discovery will never really work, but it did.
Yeah, certainly. I think there is some, reference made to the early days of kind of internet advertising. But I think what we really saw emerge was, frankly, the likes of Facebook, which is effectively so good at effectively predicting and targeting what they think you'll like. And they've actually driven that behavior where users did click on the ads and they did go purchase the product or download the application. The concern we have is that in short form video, it kind of brings you back away from this lean-in environment. Even something as simple as, when you were consuming stories on Instagram, you're clicking to the next story. The second you're on TikTok, you're just swiping to the next video, and you kind of get into this mindset of, maybe I just want to be entertained. I don't really want to click out to do anything at the moment. And so that's really the concern that we're highlighting.
So bottom line, Mark, I mean, you go through some of the players involved, the implications for Reels at Instagram, Shorts at YouTube, Spotlight at Snap. Who do you think stands to benefit the most or lose the most?
Certainly everybody that's benefited from performance marketing stands to lose the most. Now, we think Meta's probably most defensive from that front simply because of the effectiveness of their ad algorithm already, the social graph that they already own, and the scale of which they reach. So in our view, it's certainly one that we're paying close attention to. Certainly the company's highlighted early success of monetizing short-form video with north of $1 billion revenue run rate, but it's certainly one that we're watching closely.
Yeah. Talk about something that's really just developed before our eyes in a hurry. Excellent note, Mark. Good to have you as always. Thanks. Mark Shmulik.
Thanks so much.